In the highlands of Kenya, where the air is thin and world-class runners are born from the red earth, a journey is unfolding. Not of an athlete chasing records, but of a software engineer traveling thousands of kilometers from Switzerland in search of something beyond code, beyond routine, beyond success. This is a story about movement, not just of the body, but of purpose. A story about connection between cultures, between strangers, and between people who believe that even small actions can change a life. From Croatia to Switzerland to Iten, Kenya. This is a journey that was never fully planned, but somehow always meant to happen.
Hi, my name is Miranda, and I come from Croatia in Europe. It's a very small country, but beautiful. At the moment, I'm actually living in Switzerland. This is where I did my PhD, and then I got a full-time job, so I stayed there.
Her journey into Switzerland did not begin with a fixed plan. It developed gradually through study, opportunity, and experience. From academic research to internships at Google, each step quietly led to the next. And looking back now, she explained how she ended up building her life in Zurich.
Well, at the moment I'm working in Zurich as a software engineer in a company Google for the last 5 years. So I've been in Switzerland for more than 10 years now. 5 years I spent in Lausanne, which is in the French-speaking part of Switzerland, and then I moved to Zurich. And I really didn't plan this. It just happened one step after the other. First I obtained a scholarship, I did my PhD, got my diploma, I did 2 internships at Google during my studies, and then received a full-time contract, moved to Zurich, and since then, I'm living there and don't have plans to change that anytime soon, I hope.
In today's digital world, work is no longer defined by a single location or a fixed office. It exists across borders in constant motion, shared by collaboration between people who may never meet in person, yet depend on each other every day.
Yes, I work as a software engineer. I have a team, a few colleagues around me, but actually my manager lives in the United States and he works there, and the majority of the team is there.
Within this kind of environment, communication becomes the foundation, not just of productivity, but of how entire projects evolve and succeed.
For most of the projects, I collaborate with other teammates, and some of them are in Switzerland, some of them are in New York, some of them are in San Francisco. So it's super international. We have a lot of virtual meetings because we are not in the same location, but I do have a few colleagues who sit close to me, and interactions in person are still much more valuable and natural.
Her role sits inside this system where ideas are built, tested, and refined through continuous interaction with teams spread across different parts of the world.
So on a daily basis I write software, I also write documents, proposals for new projects. I run some, we call it experiments, where we try to compute different metrics on different groups of people who get different treatments, and then we use those metrics to optimize for our service. I work alone, I work on a few projects at the same time. In some projects I collaborate more with others. On some projects I'm more independent. I have daily meetings with my teammates, weekly meeting with my manager. I report to him my progress. We brainstorm ideas, how to shape the project, what are the next steps, are we happy with the results, when is the project ready to be presented to other managers. And yeah, that's it.
Communication has played a central role in her journey, but not in a straightforward way. Growing up, English was present, but never fully lived. It was something learned in school, but not something that was used in everyday life. That changed later, when life began to move across borders. Each new place brought a new language environment, and with it, a new challenge.
Well, the official language of the company is English, so actually I use English the most among all of the languages. My mother tongue is Croatian, so I do still have a strong Slavic accent. I'm trying to work on it, but yeah. Anyway, I studied English as a second language in my primary and secondary school, but I didn't really use it. It's not the same as in Kenya. Here I heard that your classes are given in English. For us it was all in Croatian, but then English was just one of the subjects. And then I didn't really use it at all until I was 20 years old.
French became part of her world first, through study and daily immersion in a different region of Switzerland.
Then I moved to Switzerland. My PhD was also in English, but it was in the French-speaking part. So then I thought, it's beautiful, it's simply a gift to know another language. So as soon as I moved to Switzerland, I started taking lessons of French. Then I had a few Swiss and French friends, so I surrounded myself with French-speaking people, which helped a lot to pick up the language. And I was devoted and I really studied well.
Later, another shift came with move to a German-speaking city, where even the local form of language is quite different from what is formally taught.
But then once I finished my PhD, I moved to Zurich, which is a German-speaking part of Switzerland. So then I started studying German from scratch. But actually in Zurich they speak really well English, and most of my friends are international. So now I don't have as much opportunities to practice my German. So I'm taking lessons, but I don't really use it in practice for now.
In many ways, language became both a barrier and a bridge, shaping how she connected, adapted, and experienced each stage of her life.
And also in Zurich they speak a very particular type of German. It's called Swiss German. So it's fairly different than the standard German. So even if I learn the standard German, it doesn't mean that I would be able to understand what they speak on the street. But I still believe it's beautiful to know languages, and it really gives a lot of opportunities. If I didn't speak English, I wouldn't be able to come here and connect with people here. Or if Kenyans didn't speak English so well, it would really make hard to talk to the kids, to interact with the locals, which is for me like a huge advantage of like a wonderful experience interacting with the locals.
There comes a point in journey where observation is no longer enough, where being in a place shifts from simply seeing it to wanting to understand it from within. Not from the edges, not as a visitor passing through, but from the inside of everyday life. That shifts begin with curiosity about people, system, and rhythm of life beyond what is immediately visible. And for her, that curiosity slowly turned into a deeper intention to engage more closely with the world she had entered.
Let's say it was a chance. So I haven't heard about Iten until 3 months ago. And then I had one friend who came here. And he came here for 1 week. And he even worked fully remote. He didn't even take vacation. He just came here, he ran a bit, and he wanted to see a place where all the best Kenyan runners come from. And then he was telling me about this place, and I thought, it's a weird idea. Like, why would you go in the middle of Africa just to see where Kenyan runners come from? And but then he showed me a few photos. Like, wow, but it's beautiful. I like to explore nature. I like to run in the forests, on the trails, and he as well. So he showed me a few photos. He showed me animals that he could see just like running in a forest from a hostel where you're staying. And then I thought, maybe it's not that bad. And if they have a good internet connection, like in the worst case, I can always just work. And then I started exploring. Then I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I read a lot about this whole place, and like within 2 or 3 weeks, I was determined, okay, I'm going there. I really fell in love. I cannot explain that feeling that I got. I also researched a bit, okay, if I go there, I don't want just to run. Like ideally, I would really like to live like, I cannot say live the way local people live here, but not isolate myself, not be just a tourist and not stick only to like the main roads. I really want to the full experience.
Sometimes the direction begins without guidance, not through recommendation or introduction, but through personal discovery. A simple search opened the door to a wider world of initiatives already taking shape within the community. What followed was a deeper dive, listening, reading, and trying to understand the people and stories behind the work. And from that growing interest came a decision to reach out directly and step closer to the source.
So I started reading a lot more about athletes who train here, international clubs who come here as sponsors, how they organize those time trial races where they offer scholarships for the local runners. Then for more like specific groups that are aiming at minorities, so children, women-only club, children-only club, and I started getting ideas maybe how I can help, how I can reach out to them, ask them also what's the best way, how to contribute. And that's how I also learned about Shoe for Africa. So I just Googled, no one knew about it, no one told me about it. I just Googled, okay, what is the most local big non-profit or like foundation, and then Shoe for Africa was the first result. Then I saw they have so many projects, like the Children's Hospital in Eldoret, Children's Running Club here in Iten, Women Empowerment Farm that Chalimo is running, which is also not too far from here. And I really fell in love with this whole project. And I listened to all the interviews and all the podcasts with Toby, the founder of the Shoe for Africa nonprofit, ordered his book, and I said, okay, I need to go to Iten. I need to also connect with those people because they're doing wonderful things. They seem very kind, very genuine. And I sent an email to Toby, and he replied. And I really felt that I belong here even before I came here. So that was my answer. It started, okay, I want to run a bit, explore, work, meet other international people, to, okay, I want to contribute. I want to also make myself feel like home here and useful. And I was so lucky that I connected with Toby, that he was here on the day I arrived. So immediately I came to this center, I met all of them.
There are moments when timing feels almost impossible to explain, when separate paths suddenly align and everything falls into place at once. What started as a journey of arrival quickly turned into a direct involvement, meeting the people behind the work right away. And within a short time, presence turned into participation, becoming part of the ongoing work at the center itself.
I think I'm extremely lucky that everything somehow fit.
It started as an observation, but quickly turned into an action. The work at the center was already in motion, supported by the people who had returned again and again to contribute in their own way. Ideas were shared, plans were made, and the effort became something collective. And without hesitation, she joined in, simply becoming part of what was being done.
Because it's beautiful. So I did my run. I also wanted to see one lake that I saw on the map. I was like, okay, I'm going to the lake. I have just enough time. I do my run. Then I will come to the center. I know that Chelima will be here and they're painting and renovating the center. And I've seen kids, I've seen them like already 3 or 4 times here, how happy they are in this place and how much they're laughing and playing. And I think if you renew the walls and if you make it more cozy, put some furniture, they will feel even more like at home and good. So I wanted to help, and I think like extra 2 hands are always better than none. And also there is a group of American volunteers, like just people who feel they want to give, I think, and they also connected with Toby a few years ago. They raised money to build a hospital in Eldoret, and they stayed in touch, and every year they keep coming back, and every year they do wonderful projects for Africa. So they proposed to paint, and they set it up, they brought all the materials and everything, and I already connected with them for a few projects in the last 3 weeks. And today they said, okay, we'll be painting, and I said, okay, count on me. and I'm just happy doing that, and yeah, believing that it's beyond our own purpose.
Beyond the work itself, what stands out most is the people. Quiet acts of kindness, humility, and shared willingness to give.
I don't know. I think they are wonderful. I think they are very warm and open, and that they are wonderful. And I really like to surround myself with such people. I am very grateful that they had the chance to meet them, because also I know that not everyone is like them.
In that kind of environment, connection happens naturally, without effort or expectation. And for her, being around people who share that mindset brings a sense of grounding and belonging.
I don't think I can wish for anything else. I'm very grateful. Well, that they're still very kind and humble and wonderful people in this world. I think that's great. Who would like to help and contribute and don't just have like very selfish goals. I'm happy to meet such people, because then I like to contribute, and I feel less lonely and less lost in this world if I meet like-minded people. And here I think I met, so I'm actually grateful also from a personal perspective that I had a chance.
As the work continues, new possibilities begin to emerge. Plans that extend beyond physical presence toward tools and access for the children involved. For her, this opens another layer of environment, one that connects directly to her own professional background. And within that space, she begins to see where her skills could naturally fit into something larger than herself.
And one day also I wish that I could do more than just be an extra pair of hands for painting. I wish I could follow their path, and yeah, I will definitely try to stay in touch with Toby and Chelima. And now actually they told me they ordered some laptops or tablets for the children, and as I'm a software engineer, I would really like to help with creating the content and maybe also giving some coding workshops to the kids virtually, or the next time I come back to Iten in person. I think there is some room for my contributions, so I will definitely do something about it. It's just perfect timing and perfect fit, I would say.
In between the work and reflection, there are also small everyday moments that shape experience. Simple greetings, shared laughter, and attempts to connect through language and expression.
Mambo jumbo! Can you believe that that's actually how you say hi? Mambo jumbo? Jumbo mambo? I don't know what's the order, I just yell mambo jumbo.
Even meals become part of learning, new flavors, unfamiliar names, and local dishes that slowly become familiar.
I love this spinach, which is not spinach, but it's, what's the name? The green stuff, it's not spinach, manago. It's like spinach, but it's not spinach. It's like something between kale and spinach, and I don't think this exists in Europe.
This small dish is try to build a sense of place.
The porridge? Uji? Uji? Oh, that's so good. That's the best meal before a long run. It's like porridge, but Croatians now will know it's like chocolina. Chocolina is like a chocolate porridge for kids. Very sweet and very tasty. I love it.
Looking back, her life has moved through very different phases, each shaped by where she was and what she was focused on at the time. There was a period rooted in family life and early studies, alongside personal passions that filled her time outside the classroom.
Well, with Croatia it's a bit harder because I moved away more than 10 years ago. So I was still a student when I was in Croatia, and I lived with my parents, and I had a very structured life. So I was going to the university, taking classes, taking exams, studying hard. I was doing ballroom dancing at the time, and every day I was training like 3 hours dancing and studying the rest of the day.
Then came years defined by academic intensity and research, where most energy was directed towards study and professional development.
But then I moved to Switzerland. Then for 5 years again I was a PhD student, and I worked as an intern. So again, studying was my primary focus. I didn't have much time for hobbies or anything else. I started running a bit, but very little.
Later, life shifted again, becoming more active, more physical, and more social, shaped by movement, sport, and a wider circle of connections.
And then since 5 years ago, since I work in Google, I'm doing more and more endurance sports. I'm running, cycling, spending a lot more time with my friends. I'm reading a lot, researching, going really like in depth when I get interested into something. Like when I got interested into Iten, I think I explored all the resources that were available.